Hi, so today is a very special day because it's my sister's birthday. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, all of the presents that my family and I bought online are not arriving on time. So I had to come up with an idea. And since I decided to start making tutorials where I customize clothes, I thought I could take the opportunity and customize something special for my sister. So my sister absolutely loves Dumbo. And I remember when we were kids, we were always arguing because I always wanted to watch Peter Pan and she always wanted to watch Dumbo. And since we only had one television, it was a mess. So one day I remember I got really upset and I took like this VHS tape and I hit her hand or her thumb, I don't remember. Anyway, she started crying, my mother got angry at me. It was a mess. So today I thought, since I do not have a lot of time because today is her birthday, I could just paint Dumbo on a sweatshirt that is hopefully going to fit her, and this is how it finally came out. So if you want to see how I did that, keep on watching. Here we go! I could have just filmed all of this at the end and then just show the final result instead of, well, whatever, next time. So first of all, it's important to do some sketches on a separate piece of paper. I mean, that's what I would recommend. You know, just to brainstorm some ideas and to finally come up with a final sketch. So I already did this and I finally came up with this. I don't know if you can see it, but you could also just easily search on the internet for an image that you like and just print it out and then you're good to go. Alright, so now it's time to draw the final sketch on the actual sweatshirt. And for that, I'm using a thin, waterproof permanent marker. Great, so now there are some important things to bear in mind before you can actually start painting. First of all, do not use oil paint or only acrylic paint. Just don't. You can obviously use fabric paint, it's expensive. So what I like to do, since I already have a lot of acrylic paint, I just like to mix up the acrylic paint with a medium. I just bought this one on Amazon, it was pretty cheap. If you want, I can put the link in the description. Second of all, make sure that the surface you're planning to paint on is flat and that there aren't any folds in the fabric, or you might just iron them quickly. Alright, so now it's finally time to start painting. Our first step is to cover up the surface we are planning to paint on with at least one layer of white fabric paint, depending on how dark the actual fabric is. And this will finally make sure that the other colors that we're going to put over the white base can really pop up and shine beautifully. Alright, so now Dumbo is obviously an elephant. Shocking, I know. So we won't actually use a lot of colorful paint today. So I'm just going to mix some white paint with a tiny little bit of black paint. I would recommend to start with a tiny little dot of black color and see how it turns out. If you think that it's still too light, you can still add more.
It's okay, don't be shy. Put some more.
For Dumbo's giant ears, I'm just mixing some white with a tiny little bit of yellow and pink, and I'm using that same color also for his mouth. And once we have that, it's finally time to add some color to his hat and to his... I don't even know how it's called, but I guess you know what I mean. And for that, I am using some yellow and some red. And finally, for Dumbo's gorgeous eyes, I'm just adding with a permanent marker a tiny little blue circle, or you could also just use a brush, a thin brush, not this one, but you know, a thin brush. And then, you know, add some more dimensions, add some more shadows, some highlights. And now I sound like a beauty guru.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
And finally, with a permanent, I'm just saying finally and finally over and over. But anyway, finally, with a permanent marker, I'm just going to add some more details. Alright, I guess we are finally done. You might need to iron everything once you're finished. Just make sure to read the instructions of the paint that you're using, and then you're good to go. Alright, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I still have to figure out a lot of things, but you know, just give me a lot of tiny little bit of time and I will figure it out, hopefully. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and yeah, see you soon, I guess. Okay, bye.